Another very powerful way to help reduce fear and promote power in your life is paying attention how you talk to yourself. Yes, we all talk to ourselves one way or the other, and we'll have to admit that. Negative talk takes away your power and causes you to be paralyzed by fear. The truth is, we're all using self-talk all of the time, either out loud to ourselves, and we're talking to ourselves, either out loud or, in our minds or whatever, but we're talking to ourselves. Without really thinking about it, we are either carrying on a running conversation with ourselves or we're telling ourselves something, and it could be true or it could be false. It could be positive, it could be negative. The words you say, especially the words you say when you talk to yourself, not only change your day, they can change your life. I remember when I was a teenager and I had a very serious case of acne on my face and on my back. It was very, not just small acne, but it was the big boil type stuff. It was really bad. I was taking medication for it and it made my skin really dry out. I think it was called Retin A. I was actually the poster child for the experimental drug at the University of Washington, so I think it was called Retin A at the time. I was taking medication for it. It made my skin all dry out, my lips get dry and cracks my face, and everything was turning red. It was horrible. Needless to say, when I looked in the mirror in the mornings, my self-talk to myself was very negative. I would say things like, "Man, you're one ugly dude," or "Man, there's no way in hell any girl would ever be attracted to me." Or, "Oh my God, that zit on my forehead looks like Mount St. Helens ready to explode." Or, "My face is so red, I look like a tomato." Or, "I will never amount to anything looking like that." You think about it, no wonder my high school years weren't very memorable for me, or frankly very positive, because everything about myself was usually in the negative. What I did not realize at the time, or understand back then, is that the thoughts that you think and the words that you say physically and chemically change your brain, which literally wires your brain to success or failure. Your thoughts wire and change your brain. Behavioral research suggests that over 90% of everything that we think is an unconscious replay of the programs that are already wired into our brains. And many of those programs are false and negative programs. Most of them were put there by someone else. So let's just define very quickly what self-talk is in the first place. By definition, self-talk is the direction you give to your brain, and it tells you how to run your life. It's everything you say when you talk to yourself. It's the conscious and unconscious thoughts that you think to yourself. It's everything you say and think about, how you feel about yourself, and what you think and what you believe about anything and everything. It's about managing all of the thoughts that are being wired in your brain. And unfortunately, it's estimated that as much as 75%, listen to this, 75% or more of all the programs each of us has right now in our brain are negative, false, counterproductive, and they're working against us. Negative self-talk tells us that we deserve less than the best and what we don't deserve. I believe with all my heart that every single person was created and designed to succeed and excel. The reality of life is that blessings are given out in direct proportion to our intention of receiving them, our willingness to work for them, and our willingness to believe in them. You accept and create what you believe and you deserve. So what does self-talk actually do for you? Well, it helps to paint a new picture of how you're choosing to become. The brain listens best to directions that are specific and detailed, and the better your brain can see it, the better that it can help you create it. Your brain will work hardest at helping you get those things that you most clearly imagine, as if you remember from previous teachings. Repetition is the key to wiring and rewiring your brain in the right way because of the way that the neural pathways are formed in the brain. Now, neural pathways are formed in the brain by repeatedly sending electrical and chemical messages, which are your thoughts over the same route, like building a highway. And research has shown that thinking positively physically grows new neurons in the left prefrontal cortex of your brain, and it sets up your brain in a neurologically healthy way. It resets your focus and it boosts your ability to see alternative solutions, and that increases your chances of making better choices and being more successful. Other benefits of these as well, it opens up your mind to positive new ideas that the self-talk messages inspire. It changes what you believe about yourself. It gives you an immediate attitude adjustment. and your attitude directs your day. And when you change your attitude, you change your feelings. And when you change your feelings, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you change and you get different results. So by wiring your brain to be more positive, you open your brain up to alternative solutions. You look for more successful outcomes until solutions are found. And the good news is that fear dissipates. Your fear actually diminishes and dissipates, and you start to build courage and faith, and your belief becomes bigger and stronger in your life. So let me give you a couple examples of what positive self-talk looks like. All right. I'd encourage you to, you can go online, you can purchase a couple books out there about positive self-talk. I would encourage you to do that. Just Google in positive self-talk, they'll come up for you. But let me just give you a couple examples here. Here's one. I choose to be successful in some way today. I see mistakes as learning opportunities, problems only as challenges, setbacks as do-overs, and limitations as a chance to seek new ways to make things happen. Every day is an open door to my unlimited future and becoming the awe-inspiring me I was created to be. You see that? That's filled with so much potential, so much positiveness and optimism, and you can see the fear is completely diminished from that, because all I'm saying is that I see challenges, but I see that they are not setbacks or problems, but they are things that I can work through. They're not just the limitations, but they are things that I'm going to be able to make happen. So it's very important that you understand that. Here's the next one. I can't wait to greet the new day each morning. I have big, bodacious goals, dreams, and endless possibilities in front of me. I choose today to make my dreams become a reality. So when I wake up each day, I get up, and I just get out there and do it. So you can see that self-talk can really make a difference for you. And I would encourage you every day, several times in the morning, midday, and in the evening, read yourself some positive self-talk. It will really, really make a difference in your life.